Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. In the last episode, we were exploring Haven, and it appears that we have found the tavern, and yeah, this lady sounds very, very beautiful. Oh, is that it? Oh, applause! Applause for the bard. Thank you. Oh, I love this one. This is one of my favourites. It's good, but we don't have time. I could just stand in the bar and listen to her for hours, but no. Flissa, this was actually one of the people who won the voice acting contest. So before Inquisition launched, they had a contest where you could win the opportunity to be a minor character in the game. There were 2 winners, and this lady was one of them. I'll point out the other one when he appears, but yeah, I think this is so cool.
Can I get you anything?
Yeah, what can I find in Haven?
What can you tell me about this area? Attire is Haven's apothecary. He's been making potions and tending to the wounded as best he can. Harriet is the Inquisition's smith. Whatever he can make you, Threaten the quartermaster can probably find. And for anything fancier, you can try buying from Segret. His prices aren't too high. Yet. Oh, there's also Minave. She studies beasts and things, as I understand.
Okay, thank you.
Farewell. Goodbye.
You have more to say, and I don't know why you aren't saying it. I'll check back on you later. A Tale of the Frostbacks. Even mountains had a heart once. When the world was young, Korth the Mountain Father kept his throne at the peak of the Belenas, the mountain at the centre of the world, from which he could see all the corners of earth and sky. And he saw strong men become weak, brave men grow cowardly, and wise men turn foolish for love. Korth devised a plan that he might never be betrayed by his own heart, by taking it out and hiding it where no soul would ever dare search for it. He sealed it inside a golden cask, buried it in the earth, and raised around it the fiercest mountains the world had ever seen, the Frostbacks, to guard it. But without his heart, the Mountain Father grew cruel. His chest was filled with bitter mountain winds that shrieked and howled like lost souls. Food lost its flavour, music had no sweetness, and he lost all joy in deeds of valour. He sent avalanches and earthquakes to torment the tribes of men. Gods and men rose against him, calling him a tyrant, but with no heart. Korth could not be slain. Soon there were no heroes left, either among men or gods, who would dare challenge Korth. The Lady of the Skies sent the best of her children, the swiftest, the cleverest, and strongest flyers, to scour the mountains for the missing heart. And for a year and a day they searched. But Sparrow and Raven, Vulture and Eagle, Swift and Albatross returned to her with nothing. You! I remember you! I remember struggling to pronounce you in Dragon Age Origins! Hello! Then the Ptarmigan? I'm gonna go with Ptarmigan. Why spelt like this. Then the Ptarmigan spoke up and offered to find the God Chief's heart. The other birds laughed, for the Ptarmigan is a tiny bird, too humble to soar, which spends half its time hopping along the ground. The lady would not give the little creature her blessing, for the mountains were too fierce even for eagles, but the Ptarmigan set out anyway. The little bird travelled deep into the Frostbacks. When she could not fly, she crawled. She hugged the ground and weathered the worst mountain winds, and so made her lonely way to the valley where the heart beat. With all the gods' terrible deeds, the heart was far too heavy for the tiny bird to carry, so she rolled it, little by little, out of the valley and down a cliff, and when the golden cask struck the earth, it shattered. The heart was full almost to bursting, and the pain of it roused the mountain god to come and see what had happened. When Korth neared his heart, it leapt back into his chest and he was whole again. Then Hakon Wintersbreath bound Korth's chest with 3 bands of iron and 3 bands of ice, so it could never again escape. And all the remaining gods named the ptarmigan honoured above even the loftiest eagles. From the... my brain did a dumb. I apologise. The Ptarmigan, an Avar tale from Ferelden folklore and history by Sister Petrine, Chantry scholar. Resources found here. Elfruit and Iron? What? Maybe that's resources found in the Frostbacks? I guess? I do not know. Okay. Yeah, we can go now. Thank you for the songs, Bard. Now then, we have hell, I almost missed you. The Singing Maiden. Have you ever heard the story of King Bedwyr? Bedwyr, like most kings, was a man of great pride who expected nothing but complete loyalty from his subjects. He believed the best way to achieve this was through... Excuse me, remember to cut that out. He believed the best way to achieve this was through fear. After all, those who feared him would never cross him or question his rule. Most importantly, those who feared him would always seek to please him. Bedwyr cultivated terror in his subordinates through the gleeful and unrestrained use of a contraption referred to as the Maiden. The Maiden was a hinged iron casket, as high and wide and deep as a man, with vicious spikes inside, meant to pierce through the poor soul locked into it. Bedwyr's Maiden was a prized possession, and stood in place of honour in his throne room, often with a screaming victim inside it. Political rivals, suspected assassins, treasonous ministers, the Maiden consumed them all. But as time passed, more people were given to the Maiden for increasingly trivial offences. The cook for oversalting the king's food, the page boy for dropping his sword. The Maiden cast a pall over the kingdom, and its people prayed for deliverance from their cruel king. Then, one day, a strange woman rode into the city. She called herself Ember, and was an emissary from a far-off land. Her leader had heard, she said, of Bedwyr's wisdom and authority, and she sought the king's counsel. The thought that he had earned the adulation of brother kings across the sea made Bedwyr swell with pride, and he granted Ember an audience. They dined and danced, and through it all, Ember flattered and fawned on the king. At the end of the night, Ember asked to see the Maiden, the infamous device that had given Bedwyr all his power. The king, giddy with praise, proudly presented Ember with the empty contraption. Ember looked at the Maiden, sighed with disappointment, and said, "That does not look terrifying at all. I should have imagined the spikes to be much sharper." Bedwyr grew red at her comment and replied, "The spikes are sharp enough. Look at the blood that still clings to them." "But it is so small," said Ember. "Are only children and women its victims?" Bedwyr grew redder still and replied, "Of course not. The Maiden has devoured many men." Ember shook her head and said to the king, "I do not believe it. Surely no warrior could fear this thing. A man like yourself, tall and muscled, would not fit within." The king laughed and saw a way to prove the merit of the Maiden to Ember. "I will show you how easily a man like myself could fit," he said. And with that, he stepped into the device. But Ember was waiting, and no sooner had Bedwyr squeezed himself into the iron casket that Ember slammed it shut on him. Ember took the Maiden, with the screaming Bedwyr inside, through the castle and down into the city, and the people, finally free from the king's tyranny, cheer and dance to the singing that echoed through the streets until Bedwyr was dead and it finally stopped. A tale often told in the Singing Maiden Tavern. I do like that. That is a very cool story. I approve. I approve heartily. Now then, into the lower portion of Haven. Anything? Hello? Are you two speaking? I'm going to assume not.
Ah, you're awake and out of Lady Cassandra's clutches. And I slipped that, young elven lass, good coin to tell me when you came back to us. No matter, no matter. Segret, honored to meet you. Thank you for all you've done, and hopefully will still do.
One, I do believe that is Gideon Emery. Two, I do like that he was gonna say Nyfear or something, and then he was like, oh shit, you're also an elf. Young elven lass. One, you shouldn't have been about to call her a Nyfear, but good job on the save.
What do you think I'll be doing exactly?
Word's already spreading that if anyone could close that blighted thing in the sky, it's you. Anything you need is yours. For a reasonable price, of course. Supplies are a little tight, given the circumstances.
Yeah, so why have you stayed on in Haven?
What kind of person stays to run a shop at a time like this?
The kind with nowhere else to go. Those blasted demons destroyed most of my goods. If I stay here, work some contacts, I can start rebuilding. Maybe, just maybe, help you folks out in the process.
Is that Gideon Embry? It's someone who's been in the series before. I recognise the voice actor. It could be Gorim's voice actor. I don't know who voices Gorim.
You must speak with most everyone here. How are people doing?
Hope and fear in equal measure. No one really knows what it means when an Inquisition is called. Yet, I imagine it's no better for you. You've got my sympathies, for what it's worth.
Thank you. I would like to buy something, apparently.
Can I see what you have for sale?
Of course. My wares are at the table.
Yeah, let's take a quick look. You know what? Let's sell... Do we have... Must have junk. Yes, valuables. Yeah, they can... There we go. Good stuff. Now then, hello, anything up here? Yes, catapult. This is... Okay. It's been a while since I was last...
Why need to build siege equipment? They're not laying siege to anything.
That's an excellent point, Recruit. But if someone comes to lay siege to us, perhaps it will be best for us to have some means to fight back.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
There you go. Yeah, that's why we need siege equipment. Yeah, I was just gonna say it's been quite a while since I was last in Haven. It's been a while since I've played Dragon Age Inquisition.
I've heard it was mages, demons. No one really knows.
That's the Maker's truth. All you need to know is that we're holding this place against whoever comes to take it.
Again, fair facts. Construction orders. As you know from the terrible accidents of last week, many passages through the mountain are unstable and liable to collapse at any moment. I do not wish us to lose more brothers and sisters in the search for lost cultist treasure. We must seal all entrances into the mountain. The Templars have done a careful sweep of the caves. Everything of worth was collected. What remains of the disciples of Andraste will be forgotten, buried in the earth. Once it is done, let us have no more talk of them. This is a new haven, restored to life by the true Chantry and most holy Justinia V, Mother Florentine. Excuse me? This was restored to life by Arten? Who cleared out the cultists? Oh my... Arten would just be rolling her eyes like, thanks for that. The surfacers are already forgetting the things I helped them out with. Great. Fabulous. And you can come with me. Ooh, lovely. You always need crafting material. And you. Yoink. And down this way was where we woke up. I'm gonna assume that this house over here has been kind of gifted to Iron Ore. Are you two alright?
With Commander Cullen, I apologise for what I said earlier.
It's nothing. Now, Scout Plane, what can you tell me of Redcliffe?
The mages have been quiet since their attack on the Conclave.
Their attack? Do you have information confirming that the mages were responsible?
Well, I had assumed.
Don't. Our job is to acquire actionable information. Assumptions can lead you to overlook something vital.
So I believe we must have missed some dialogue between these two. I have no idea how. I haven't walked past them before, but basically this guy assumes that... I think he calls her a knife-ear and just kind of makes some assumptions about her position in the order, and she basically turns around and is like, excuse me, I'm your boss. Maybe don't be racist. And I don't think he believes her. So that's why he said, oh, I talked to Commander Cullen, and he was like, no, she is your boss. Don't be a racist dickhead. Hello? Anything? Anything at all? No. And I presume, yeah, is there anything else? There shouldn't be, yeah. We picked up this this armor a little bit before the game thought we would. Excuse me. And I do, yes! I know where all the elf fruit is. And it all shall be mine. And I want to say there's a chest hidden right there. Literally right there. Thank you. Ooh, slice of lightning. Excuse me, jump through it. Just ignore me.
Could that great breach not have been caused by the mages?
Oh.
It is reasonable to believe that magic was involved, but we cannot assume it was the rebels. How many powerful mages died at the Conclave Scout Plane? How would those deaths benefit the rebels?
I'm not sure.
Good. Now you're thinking. That's a start.
What's your name, anyway?
You may call me Charter, Scout Plane. Now lower your voice. Your report is not for the world at large.
I love Charter and Scout Pallane. I love the dialogue. It's this guy kind of learning to think beyond himself, and I like that. I like that an awful lot. Again, we still have more to explore. I mentioned this before. I like to take my time. This is going to be a snug.
We cannot stay here.
Why not?
Because we're Templars.
What does that even mean anymore? That we splinter and fight amongst ourselves instead of protecting the mages?
Better that than stay here with this Inquisition.
You're awfully quick to dismiss the people who saved your life, Matrin.
Okay, that was... There are two! There are two and they were playing! I love Nooks! I love them so much! Ah! Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine. I swear I'm fine. I'm gonna be okay. Yoink. Now then, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe Lizette is actually one of the multiplayer options. I think she is, at least.
Yes.
Hello. Tell me about the Templars. You're staying here in Haven. What happened at the Conclave? Yeah, go. I don't think Ainur often gets the opportunity to speak with Templars, so, you know, this is probably pretty interesting for her.
I'd like your take on the Templar Order.
It's a shadow of what it was. Where once we both protected all people from the dangers of magic, we now posture and grab at power. One day, I hope the circles are again sanctuaries where mages can practice their craft.
And you're staying here in Haven?
You're not going to rejoin the Order?
When the temple went up, your forces rescued those few of us still alive. My life is a debt I intend to repay, however I can.
And what happened at the Conclave? Yeah, Ainur just has some very shaky memories. From her perspective, you know, everyone was talking, you know, discussing things, trying to get things sorted. And then there's this huge block of time in her memory where she's like, I don't know what happened. I don't know what went on there. So, yeah, if you were actually there at the Conclave, can you please shed some insight?
Do you have any idea what caused the explosion?
No, I'm just a recruit. Belief and faith doesn't get you closer to the important meetings.
Though that distance did save my life. I will talk to you later. Walk in the Maker's grace.
Thank you. I guess, again, I'm very not Andrastian. And you. And I'll be back for you later, Elfru. I see you. I see you there, but not yet. You may grow for a little longer. For I am a merciful looter. Oh, look at this. Look at that. Look at oh my god. I think it's so beautiful. Oh wow. I've never noticed that before. Again, playing on potato graphics. There's so much to look at. There's so much to look at. Oh my god. I want to look at everything. What was that? Oh, there are people down there. Hi. Hi, guys. Now then, we could always do with some more iron. Thank you kindly. And again, I'm just going to double check that there's nothing else.
You've seen our mounts. Most of them should be pulling plows.
We didn't all grow up with fancy noble horses, Arnsberg. You ride whatever holds you. Why are you here with the scouts instead of fobbing around with the nobles anyway?
My uncle died at the conclave. I'm a good rider, and, well, I thought I'd be more useful here.
We'll see.
Sir, what do you mean our mounts should be pulling plows? We have no mounts. You're looking at nothing. I'm just checking. Okay, yeah, everything was got. Good stuff.
And how much did you need? Is there any way you could get by with 6?
He's not.
He's not hoping you only needed 6.
He's not responding. He's not. Are you telepathic, sir? What was that? The heck? I'm confused. I'm so confused, sir. Do you speak?
Expected you'd be by. I'm Harriet, and everyone knows who you are. How's the new gear fit?
Quite well, Odd. I'll survive. Yeah, it fits very nicely. I don't think Ainur has any complaints.
Sturdy and warm. It's perfect.
Good. World's gone mad. Stock armor and blades are good against bandits, but we're not fighting bandits. My gear will see you through demons, apostates, whatever this world throws at you. So, you need custom work. Something special. You bring the materials to us, we'll make it happen.
Yeah, what's your story? What are you doing here?
How did you come to be here?
Come from a little town called Lothering. Long gone now. I was in Redcliffe when the Darkspawn hit it during the Blight. Helped rebuild. Left when royalty decided it was time to hand the place over to the bloody mages. Ended up here. Just missed the boom. Can't decide if I'm the luckiest son of a bitch walking or the exact opposite.
Yeah, lucky, I think. Ainur is definitely a glass half full rather than a glass half empty person. I think she's got more of a positive outlook on life. So yeah, you very lucky, sir.
You're still walking. That's always good.
True enough.
And yeah, what can you make here?
What can you and your team make here?
Arms and armour. We work iron to blighted dragonbone if you've got it. Our designs are simple, but they get the job done. You want something fancy, bring your own design. We'll see what we can do.
And do you outfit the troops?
Who outfits the Inquisition soldiers?
Not me. I've got work to do. Can't be passing a sword to every blighter who signs up. If you want to help the troops, talk to Thren, the quartermaster. She'll set up requisitions.
And why do you need materials?
Does the Inquisition not have supplies to make armor or weapons?
Tough convincing traders to haul up here. Impossible to get them to risk the rare stuff, so that's on you.
Okie doke. Okay, we've asked everything. Have I? I can't Oh my god, my brain. I can't remember if I've asked this. What's it to Blighted Dragonbone we have? There we go. Yeah. Can you improve my equipment?
Can you help improve my arms and armor?
Yes. If you find a new piece, a pauldron or greaves, we'll take care of you. You can't just slap a new hilt on your sword in the field. Bring it here, we'll make sure it's done right and proper.
And any designs?
If I want something, what can you make?
Start simple. Something to keep you safe. Take a look at it on the table there and we can talk. You'll need materials. We should have what you want just outside.
Okay, thank you.
Goodbye.
Right.
Good stuff. Okay, let's see. Let's just have a look at what we have to do in Haven. Yeah, we need to find Manave, have some armor made. Okay, yeah. Let's do this. No, we want to... How do we make? Craft armor. There we go. Yep, crafting. To craft new armor or weapons, you need a schematic and enough materials. The schematic determines the appearance and potential power of the crafted item. The materials determine the specific stats and powers that will be added to the item. Let's... Where's... Oh, we can make nice shit straight off the bat. Now we'll do what the game expects us to do. And we'll make some defender mail. There we go. Yeah, crafting. Each crafting schematic has one or more slots. Each slot accepts a specific number of materials of either metal, cloth, or leather. Fill all available slots to craft an item. Oh, God. Crafting. There are 5 different types of crafting slots. Utility, offense, defense, damage, and armor. The type of slot determines the stat that will be generated from the material placed in it. For example, placing iron in a defense slot gives a bonus to melee defense, whilst putting it in the utility slot gives a bonus to strength. Experiment with different combinations of materials and slots to create unique items that fit your needs. There we go. I can't be asked. Okay, we have 22 onyx. That's... Yeah, we'll go with that. And for... I'm trying to think how much iron we needed. Oh, you know what? Yeah, give me the summer stone. There we go. Lovely. And we had to modify some armor. Modification. Upgrading an item adds the upgrade stats to the item's stats in addition to changing its appearance. For example, attaching a hilt with a +3 cunning bonus to a sword adds this bonus to the sword. Okay, yeah. Modification. You can freely remove and add existing upgrades or exchange them between different items. New upgrades can be crafted in crafting stations. There we go. Yes. There we go. And as you can see, the gloves have changed. So, without... and with. Lovely.
Looks fine.
There we go. Good stuff. That's where we craft weapons. And there doesn't seem to be anything behind that. Was there anything you say afterwards? Okay, no. Thank you, sir.
Right.
And there's nothing for me to take in there? No. Knock knock. Hello. Okay, I'm guessing this must be where Harriet lives. Harriet? I've literally just met the guy and I've already forgotten his name. Harriet. It is Harriet. Now then, Elfruit. I didn't forget about you. Don't worry. Don't worry, darling. You've grown. And now it is time for you to die. Give. Mine. Mine, Elfruit. I love it when I loot. It's the best thing. Looting is the best thing in video games. And you. Now then, I do believe Master Tajin's notes should be around here somewhere. We just have to follow this path, and yes, here we have his home and some iron. Oh, search. When the compass pulses, press tab to search. Searching indicates the direction of hidden objects with an additional pulse on the ground, and if you're close enough, reveals them. Yeah, in a minute, I'm looting. I'm looting elf fruit. Yes, as we can see, it is inside the building. Right here. Yes, there we go. And we have to return those to Adan. I will. But again, there is something else we need around here. Because we need to go and find a logging stand. Hello? I can't say no to loot. I'm sorry, I have a problem. Okay? Oh, there goes my timer. I'll finish up when I get that logging stand. Because again, I believe we just need to follow the path. Oh, what did I hear? I heard something. Yes! Oh no, that's not what I thought it was. That was a ram. It's just a ram. Everything's fine. Rams won't kill us. Logging stand. It's somewhere around here. I know that. I know that for a fact. That? Yes, there we go. Good stuff. Excellent. Alrighty then. So we have found our logging stand. In the next episode, we will just hand these quests in to the people around Haven, and I think we should be continuing on with the main quest. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.